Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Desert Blossom Crafts. I'm super excited that today I get to show you 5 of my very favorite spring yarns and patterns to go along with them. So these are all patterns and yarns that are perfect for spring, so if you're just getting started and you want to prepare for spring, all these are going to be great, and I hope you find your next project. We're going to dive right into the reviews and the ideas, but one quick note, make sure you watch to the end because if you do, I will give you a special coupon code to get one of the patterns mentioned at a discount. So without further ado, let's look at our first yarn. This is Galileo by Crochet or Knit Picks. If you haven't heard of this brand, they are one of my absolute favorites for inexpensive, nice yarn. So Galileo is a sport weight yarn. It has 131 yards, 50 grams, and it is I believe, yes, it's a merino wool and bamboo blend. So it is super bouncy yarn. It's nice and stretchy. It's great for lace, and the bamboo in it makes it an excellent choice for spring because it's going to be cooler than other types of yarns. I can recommend this yarn to you 100%. It's one of my absolute favorites. I've made multiple tops with it. So the pattern idea with this Galileo is called the Lunar Lace Tunic. And I'll lay it out here just a little bit, but I'll also put a picture on the side. This tunic uses a really pretty lace pattern, if you can see it here. And because of the really good drape of the yarn, this just fits beautifully. It will drape beautifully over your body. It has a nice stretch. So this is the first pattern idea, again called the Lunar Lace Tunic, and all the links for these patterns are in the description box. Next up, we've got another choice from Knit Picks or Crochet called Stroll Fingering. So this yarn is a little bit of a different blend. If we look at it, it is 231 yards, 50 grams, so more yards. So this one's fingering, the Galileo was sport. And this is made out of 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. So this yarn doesn't have quite as much stretch, and that's because of the nylon in it. The bamboo in that one will make it more stretchy than this. So this is a sock yarn, but I still find that it works great for things like tops. Because it's lightweight, it is still really great for summer even though it's wool. The featured pattern for this yarn is called the Summer Breeze Vest. This is another lacy pattern. In case you haven't noticed, I love lace, and most all of these spring patterns are going to be lacy because lace is just perfect in spring. So this is the Summer Breeze Vest. It's just made out of 3 rectangular panels, and it uses this really pretty shell and V-stitch lace. Once again, the link to that is down in the description box. Next on the lineup is Lion Brand Shawl in a Ball. So this yarn you might not think of it as a spring yarn, but I personally love wearing shawls in the spring, and the pattern I'm going to show you is a shawl. I don't have the label for this one, but it is worsted weight, and there is like some pros and cons to this yarn, to be honest. I really love it, but it does go from thick and thin in places. Let's see if I can show you. It kind of gets fuzzy in certain places and it thickens it. So you will have some patches in your project that are not completely even, I guess I'd say. But the color combinations are absolutely gorgeous, and the feel of the yarn is really unique. It's not like a stretchy yarn at all. If I go like this, like it barely stretches at all. But that being said, I still do really like this yarn. It's great for shawls. And the pattern that I have for you is called the Jadestone wrap. So this is more of it's a triangle shawl, but then it doesn't have a point at the end. So it has more of a rounded tip. And then it has these like pretty shells, and then it has more double crochet along the edges. So let me just show you close up. The fade of the yarn just makes the shawl. Our fourth yarn is Another one from Knitpick/We Crochet. This is one of my absolute favorite yarns. I could buy all the colorways. It's called Chroma Fingering, and it does come in a few different weights, but because this is for spring, the fingering is probably what you're going to want to go with. This is similar to the shawl and a ball yarn in that it does go from thick and thin at points, but with this yarn you do expect it because it doesn't really have a twist. It's more of a soft kind of yarn without strands that are twisted together. So this is 70% superwash wool and 30% nylon. Let's check out the stretch. Yeah, not much stretch to this, but one thing I love about this yarn is you can make a lightweight scarf or cowl really easily with just one skein. So I have often bought multiple skeins just in different colors because I want to make multiple scarves and cowls. As you can see, there are 100 grams in one ball. And this is pretty inexpensive. If I remember correctly, I believe it's like $10 for a skein, but I have gotten it on sale for upwards of $6 or $7 a skein, so not too bad, especially because it's a really nice, pretty fade type of yarn. As far as the pattern goes, I'm going to recommend the Waves and Rainbows Infinity Scarf. So this is a close-up of the stitches, and as you can see, the chroma of the yarn just makes these beautiful stripes across. So this is an infinity scarf that's worked in a really long round. It's not worked widthwise, it's worked in a really big circle, and you just have all these different types of lace. This is the one pattern that I'm mentioning that is not free on the blog. So all the other patterns are free on the blog, or you can purchase ad-free versions, but this one is a premium pattern only. Now last but certainly not least, we have one more pick from Lion Brand yarn called Beautiful You. This is a yarn I believe that Lion Brand came out with last year, possibly the year before, and it's basically designed for spring. It is, I think it's a sport weight. Yes, it's number 2 fine or sport weight. And this is actually a lot different from some of the other ones I showed you. This is an acrylic, 100% acrylic, so machine washable and dryable. That's a great upside to it if you like it to be able to be totally machine washable. But this one is really heavily twisted, as you can see. In fact, when I first started working with it, Lion Brand sent me this yarn, and I could not figure out a pattern idea for it. I kept trying different things, and I had ideas, but they just didn't look right to me. And it's different than a lot of yarns you'll see because the twist is just really tight on it, which is really beautiful, but you just have to have the right project for it, I guess I'd say. This is an 100-gram ball, and Beautiful You is pretty inexpensive, and it comes in some nice like pastel type of colors. To go along with Beautiful You, the last pattern I have for you is the Juniper Cardigan. And I did misspeak in a previous clip. I said that there was only one premium pattern, but this is actually another premium pattern. It's not free on the blog, but if you keep watching to the end, you will be able to use a coupon code on it. But this is the Juniper Cardigan. It's super simple. It uses this really large like triple crochet shell along the entire thing, and the pattern is actually written in such a way that you can adjust it to fit any size. So no matter how big or small you are, you can even make it for kids. The style that I use to write the pattern is literally you like choose how much ease you want, you fill out a sizing worksheet, and then you get to customize it to fit your body. So I do really love this pattern. I published it last summer, but it would be a great project if you're getting started with spring. I hope you guys have found a new yarn and possibly a new pattern for your spring wardrobe. Now the moment you've probably been waiting for. If you would like to get one of these patterns for 50% off, I have an exclusive coupon code for you that no one else will know about. It's just for people who actually watch this video all the way through. The code is YouTube Spring, so that will be all capitals, YOUTUB SPRING. all you have to do is visit one of the links in the description to whichever pattern you want. It can be on either Etsy or Ravelry. And then when you check out, use that coupon code and it will give you 50% off the pattern. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found a new spring project or a new spring yarn. If you did, I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up and came subscribed to my channel. I release new videos every Tuesday and Friday, and I would love to see you around there more. Bye!